So, hi everybody. So, in previous lectures in water, the solvent of life, we have discussed the physical properties of water and detailed explanation about water in environment and its composition in different fluids of body. So, today we are going to discuss structure of water molecule, as we have concluded previous lecture with uh, we will discussing about bond angles, bond length and its geometry, and which will provides or which is providing and water as various physical unique properties and making it a solvent or life for living organism. In water molecule, generally each hydrogen atom share an electron pair with oxygen atom. The geometry of water is dictated by shape of outer electron orbitals of the oxygen atom, which are similar to the bonding orbital of carbon. So, as we know the carbon and importance of carbon and its bonding pattern, so it is similar with this H2O structure or water structure. These orbitals describe a rough tetrahedron which with a hydrogen atom at each of the two corners and unshared electrons at the other two. The HOH, the linear bond for understanding, is an angle of 104.5 or we can say roughly 0.5 angle less than the bond angle of a perfect tetrahedron, which is 109.5. So the non-bonding orbitals of oxygen atom slightly compares the orbital shared by hydrogen. The oxygen nucleus attracts electrons more strongly than those the hydrogen nucleus. So as you know, the atomic composition of and water is H2O. So here oxygen, so single oxygen and two hydrogen atoms, which is attracting or the electrons of an oxygen atom attracting the hydrogen nucleus, that is proton. So as we know, electron is an negatively charged whereas proton is a positively charged atomic particle. So this is a opposite attraction between positive and negative particles. Therefore oxygen is more, as the oxygen is more electronegative, the sharing of electron between hydrogen and oxygen is therefore unequal. The electrons are more often in the vicinity of the oxygen atom than of hydrogen. So this unequal electron sharing create two electric dipoles in the water molecule. So as you take a electronic configuration of this oxygen, it has a 6 electron in its orbit, 6 electrons in its outermost shell, whereas the 2 electrons are unpaired, and which is in combination with hydrogen. So hydrogen, as we know, it is a single atomic number atom. So this somewhere in covalent bonding, it is an unequal sharing. So due to this, there is a electric dipole in the water molecule, one along each of HO bond. The oxygen atom bears and partial negative charge. So partial negative charge we are depicting, or with the symbol of delta we are denoting it is a delta negative, and each hydrogen a partial positive, that is a delta positive. So delta negative on oxygen and delta positive means a partial positive charge on hydrogen. The resulting electrostatic attraction between oxygen atom of one water molecule and hydrogen of another water molecule constitute a hydrogen bond. So let me remind you that this interaction or hydrogen bond formation is result of electrostatic attraction between oxygen of one H2O and the hydrogen of another H2O molecule. So it is an between two molecules rather than within a molecule. So the dipole nature of water molecule is easily understood by the figure displayed in this video. Before that or prior to that, there is a simpler structure of water molecule which is having van der Waals envelope and bond angle of 104.5. So the structure of water and the dipole nature of water molecule is depicted in the figure mentioned in this video. Now ball and stick model, the dash lines representing the non-bonding orbitals in an structure of water molecule figure. There is a nearly tetrahedral arrangement of outer shell electrons pairs around the oxygen atom. The two hydrogen atoms have localized partial positive charges and oxygen atom has two localized partial negative charges. So now in figure B, in a polarity of water diagram, the when this hydrogen atom combines with oxygen atoms, means two hydrogen atom when combined with the oxygen atom, the hydrogen atoms are slightly positive in nature. So it is represented, or it is making bond with the oxygen atom in a slightly negative form. So it is represented in space filling model to understand the exact bonding pattern. So after that space filling model, or we can say the two water molecules join by hydrogen bond between the oxygen atom of the upper molecule and hydrogen atom of an lower one. Hydrogen bonds are longer and weaker than covalent OH bond. So it is clearly mentioning the bond strength, how the hydrogen bonds are weak interactions than a covalent OH bonds. So after that we will discuss about structure of water molecule by discussing the polarity of water. So as we have most of the things to related to polarity of and water we have already discussed, so we will take an insight look to define it, the polarity of water. So the knowing electronegativity of two atoms allow one to predict whether a bond between them will be covalent or ionic. The larger the difference in electronegativities of two atoms, the more likely they are to form ionic rather than covalent bond. So here the very important criteria to define the bonding pattern is electronegativities of two atoms. The more likely they are to form an ionic rather than covalent bond. So if we take an example of sodium and chlorine, for example, have a large difference in electronegativities and hence form ionic bonds. Carbon and nitrogen, on contrary or opposite to chlorine and sodium, have similar or moderate difference in electronegativities. They usually form a covalent bond. So on the basis of electronegativity difference, they are forming ionic bond and a covalent bond. So and the molecules that have uneven distribution of electrical charges are said to be polar. So while defining the polarity of water, we have to consider its unequal or uneven distribution of electrical charges. Since they have positive and negative poles in the same way that magnet has two poles. When a polar molecule such as water comes close to an ion or to another polar molecule, its negative pole points towards other molecule, or more precisely other molecule's positive pole, and its positive pole towards a neighbor or neighboring or surrounding negative pole. So molecules with approximately uniform charge distribution are said to be nonpolar. So here we can say uh, uh, uniform distribution of charges in within a molecule, atoms of an molecule make him or govern that property as a nonpolar, and the unequal distribution of atomic composition of that molecule uh, govern them a polarity. So so water here is a polar due to unequal distribution of electrical charges within a atoms of an water molecule. So we will also discuss about the hydrogen bond pattern between water molecules. So when an hydrogen the the pattern or this diagrammatical representation is given in a figure in this, or the displayed figure during this video. So when an hydrogen atom attaches to highly electronegative atom such as oxygen or nitrogen, the resulting covalent bond is polar. In this case, the hydrogen atom acquires slightly positive charge. Such a hydrogen atom can then participate in hydrogen bond, a weak interaction to a negatively charged atom in another molecule. So this is a bonding pattern between two molecules, again due to opposite and a very weak interaction between this between two molecules depicted in a figure, uh, forming the bond pattern or this pattern between two molecules of oppositely charged atoms governing or forming a hydrogen bond. The most common hydrogen bond are those between water molecule, but other hydrogen bond also play crucial role in structure of different biomolecules in a biological system. The or we can say the most important biologically important molecule is a structure of protein or in structure of nucleic acids such as DNA, RNA. So in unit number 4 of this molecular biophysics paper, we will come to know the importance of this hydrogen bond in formation of structural stability and functionality of these biologically important biomolecules. So I will come to now we'll come continue with water hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bond are weaker than covalent bond. The hydrogen bond in a liquid water have a bond energy of only about 20 kilojoules per mole as compared to 450 or 460 kilojoules per mole for an covalent bond. So there is a lot of difference, or we can say there is a very the bond energies of this covalent and hydrogen bond are in huge difference, which provides us or which can give a bond strength, which can make and structure a very strong and a very weak while interacting with other molecules in a solution or a solvent or in any biological system. So at a room temperature, the thermal energy of aqueous solution is of the same order as that required to break a hydrogen bond. So when a water is heated, the resulting temperature increases, causes the faster motion of individual water molecule. As there is a hydrogen bonds are weaker, so there is a faster motion of these individual water molecules. Although at any time most of the molecules in a liquid water are hydrogen bonded, the lifetime of each hydrogen bond is less than 1 into 10 raised to power minus 9 seconds. So you can imagine how fast there is a rearrangement or reconstruction of hydrogen bond within a second. So the very large number of hydrogen bonds between molecules confirms great internal cohesion of a liquid water. So the formation of hydronium ion is and also depicted here in a diagram. So hydrogen atom in a few molecule are occasionally lost to neighboring water molecule, giving rise to hydrated proton called hydronium ions, that is H2O is converting into H3O plus. So what is happening here? OH minus is or this hydroxide hydronium ions or hydroxide ion OH minus plus hydroxide ion H3O plus and hydronium ion OH minus. So all protons in water are hydrated to some extent, but is necessary to write them as such. The symbol H plus refers to any proton in water irrespective of its degree of hydration. So here in formation of hydronium ion, if we take a deep explanation to understand its pattern, so water itself has slightly tendency to ionize and can act both as weak acid and as a weak base. When it acts as acid, it releases a proton to form hydroxyl ion. When it acts as a base, it accepts proton to form hydronium ion. So, in when it is in acidic form, it is forming hydroxyl ions, and when it acting as a base, it is forming hydronium ion. So, in both the cases, there is a some or we cannot say same, but in one case there is a release and in another case there is a acceptance of proton. So they in both the case we can say there is a exchange of or there is a transfer of protons. So most or in water structure the proton here is a H plus ion. So the most protons in aqueous solution exist as a hydronium ions. So hydronium ions, that is a H3O plus structure. So this is what about hydrogen bond between the water molecules, polarity of water molecule and dipolar nature of water molecule and a structure of water molecule. So why, or in the conclusion of this lecture we can say that the structure of water is explained with dipolar nature of and water molecule, the polarity of water molecule and hydrogen bond between water molecule and how it is behaving in as a acid and a base in its normal or at a room temperature. So this is what about structure of water, and we will discuss the different hydrogen bonding patterns in different forms, in ice form and tetrahedron hydrogen bonding of water molecule, how it is, and giving a structure which is less dense as compared to liquid water in our next lecture. So thank you.